Alright. According to this, I am. Doop-a-doop-a-boop. Alright, everybody knows what is going on, my frosty friends. My name is Wintercasice, and welcome. Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn New Game Plus. Started streaming less than 1 minute ago. Hey, Stray Cat, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. Hey guys. Sorry about the hold up. I had a nap. But I feel so good after my nap, though. My nap was so refreshing. Alright. Now, where was I? Well, let's take a look at our quests. Ah, the Daughter's Vengeance was what I was going to do. I need to go talk to Solai.
Curiosities.
So how are you guys tonight? I see people were talking D&D in the chat for like a lot of people have been talking about D&D in the chat, which general chat, which is awesome. Hey Sly. Same, I hate naps. And how are you?
Said your niece may have
good.
come through here. Nakoa.
I've got nothing to say about that.
Please, I only want to help. I'm a seeker headed north. Jan wanted me to help find her. Anything you tell me stays between us.
Did you get the fuses? I did not.
I gave her supplies for the journey. She was headed for Day Tower looking for Zaid. Nothing I could say would stop her.
Good. Day Tower? About to say, I will probably... I didn't really have time to do it this week because of the fact that I've just been swamped with work, and then getting ready for the first D&D session just took up a lot more time than I thought. Excuse me.
Is there anything you can tell me about Day Tower?
Day Tower, what the hell?
It's a Karja fort, right at the border. Bastards used to gather Nora
what
captives
up,
there,
Spectre?
so they
Welcome
could
to the
ship them
chat,
to
my frosty
Meridian for
friend. How you
slaughter.
doing?
I told Nakoa not to go. What's alone Nora gonna do there? But she wouldn't listen. All she can think about is finding Zaid.
I say Zaid.
What do you know of Zaid?
He's a rabid animal, a murderer. The worst of the Red Raiders. Killed my brother while poor Nakoa watched from the shadows. Even as I begged her not to go, part of me wanted her to. I need him dead as much as she does.
Don't worry, Tiny. Worst case
can't
scenario,
imagine
I
what
take
it's
that
like.
suit of armor with me as I go into the...
He mutilated my brother. And yet he walks free among the Karja.
Wait, have you seen the Grounded game
I
yet?
understand.
I have looked at
Better
it,
than you think.
and it looks awesome. But I don't know too much. But I only seen artwork for it, so
I'll look for Nakoa when I
I don't
reach
know
Day
too
Tower.
much about it.
She can't come back. The matriarchs won't allow it. But I'd be so grateful if you could find her and help her if she needs it. And please, keep this between us.
I will. I promise.
No intentions of telling anybody. I'm an outcast. You got... I love how they're currently talking in the chat about how to make a chaotic evil character. My arachnophobia attacks when I play it. Oh, I believe it. Red Deaths, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. How you doing, my dude? Greetings, everybody. Giddy up, giddy up, a firebolt. Hold on, I gotta look this up. I forget what a firebolt is. Firebolt. Oh. Oh yeah. I don't remember these guys. They're not bad though. They're normally really good. There is a arachnophobia mode on the game, so you can play the game. Spiders looking goddamn stupid. Oh, so kind of like oh god, what is it called? Satisfactory, where you can change. There's spiders in there, but you could change it so it's not spiders. Man, my sister might have a chronic tick disorder. Aww. I'm so sorry to hear that, Red Death. That's really unfortunate. I do hope things get better for her, though. My fast travel is taking forever. Actually, I can pull up the chat also on my phone. Not that I need it on here because I have a
Whoever's
chat
in
on here,
charge
but
here might know if Nakoa came through.
there we go. And perfect. All right. So where do I need to go? This way. Oh, I stream on Twitch now. Also, I got a Twitch Prime sub heading your way soon, Winter. Oh, yay! Well, I would be happy to see it. I would be happy to see it, my friend.
Don't look to me,
I have
though.
seen that you have been
My
streaming
duty
on
is
Twitch
to
a lot
guard.
recently.
I don't get involved in politics.
Perfect. Put it up. Alright. Let's go talk to my friend over here. Hey, Ballin.
Look here came back on his own, a little worse for wear.
He has...
That's a capital lie if I've ever...
I've made 3 backup characters, lol. Can't blame you on that one, Hermes. It never hurts to have a couple of backup characters.
You said something happened with Nakoa.
The Nora girl? Yes, something happened. Attempted murder. Prefect Zaid can tell you more about it. You can find him near the main tower, up the steps.
Wait. Saeed is here.
He is. Look, I've heard what your people say about him, but he swears it's a case of mistaken identity. Now, if there's a shadow to him, I've never been able to prove it, and the forbearance he showed towards this Nakoa woman was impressive. Oh, speak to him. Maybe he knows where she went. And try not to assault him, please.
I can't promise that. Because Twitch Prime is easy to link to, and I got a Prime sub just laying around, so I'd appreciate it immensely, my friend. But I say,
I need to go.
finally got my Far Cry 5
Let me know
Platinum
if there's
trophy.
any
At
news
least it
about
took
those
me a
missing
year to
men.
get that last trophy. Jeez. Can't blame me on that one, though, Red Death. There's some games that just getting the last trophy is just a real pain.
Stay bright. Always stay alert.
I still need to get those last 2 trophies in Skyrim. One's easy, one just takes time.
Karja have been here working
Here's
since the
Zaid.
Spire cast.
And you're Anora. I can tell from your tone you've heard of me. Let me ease your mind. There seem to be wild stories about me among your tribe.
What region
But the Nora have me mistaken for
we
someone
in
else.
the D&D campaign?
I'm not sure where the fault lies, but the fog of war often breeds confusion. Unfortunately, some refuse to acknowledge the error. So it was with the last Nora who came through here.
Also, Hermes, like I told you when we did the first session, mine is a custom world. So in other words, while the lore of D&D exists there, all the worlds, so the Grey Coast, Greyhawk, the Sword Coast, all those don't exist in my version, but the backstory is like some of the lore is still there. And also, I agree 100%, my friend. Apex will be getting its crossplay coming in the fall, if I remember correctly. And also, I hope to play some more in the near future. That and Overwatch. God, I haven't played Overwatch and I haven't played Overwatch and haven't played Apex in a while, so it wouldn't hurt to play some more, my dudes. But for right now, I'm having some fun with the games I'm playing. But as far as the region in D&D, I created a custom world for you guys. So basically, I can kind of manipulate the lore a little bit more as I please. The Red Raids.
So you deny participating in the Red Raids?
I went to remember
No,
me.
I
Gotta
didn't say that.
Keyblade
I
Nova.
did have a
I'm gonna
role in
assume
those
that's you, Sora.
operations, albeit a
Unless
very
that's
limited
you, Nova. If
But
it
all
is
this
you, Nova, it's
nonsense
been a
about
long
torture
time.
and murder, that wasn't me. They have me confused with some other commander. I don't doubt some of my comrades did bad things, but Sun King Avad has worked hard to eliminate such brutality.
Nakoa.
The last Nora who came through here. You mean Nakoa?
Is that her name? Oh well. It was a very unfortunate
Cool.
situation. She
What I'm sad
attacked
about
her
is
in
that
broad
it comes
daylight.
out this fall, so I don't
If
know
one
if
of
that
my
means
men hadn't spotted
we
her,
the new
I
season
might
or
well
what.
have been
It'll be a
injured.
sample if it comes
But
out late
we
in
were
the
able
next
to subdue her
season.
without
Indeed.
harm.
Asking for
What
wealth.
did you do with her?
I let her go, of course. It was clear she thought I was responsible for unspeakable things. So, in a sense, her actions were justifiable. I explained that she was wrong, then sent her on her way. Sadly, I don't think she believed me.
Where is she now?
Where is Nakoa now?
I
Asked
don't
for a
know
while.
exactly.
Makes sense, Sir Mass.
She
But yeah,
left raving that she would
basically,
find a way to
if
bring me
Valve
down.
has wants
But I
to
did
talk
hear
about a
a
certain
report
race,
from
all
the
she has to let me
garrison
know.
at Lonesome Rock
Hey dude, Corey,
that
welcome
a
to the
young
chat, my
woman had
frosty
been
friend.
abducted
How you
by
doing, my dude?
bandits. Might have been her.
I'll head for Lonesome Rock.
You've really gone out of your way to help, Prefect Saeed.
It's no trouble. The Sun King wishes to make amends with your people, and I am his humble servant.
I'll go to Lonesome Rock and get to the bottom of this. I promise you that.
You do that. And if our men are anything less than helpful, please let me know.
Alright. So I haven't played this mission, so I actually don't know how this... Good lord, this is way out of the woods. Holy crap. I have another game at 91%, but it's play at the hardest difficulty. Oh, good lord. He wants to do a chaotic evil firebolt. Well, I know what a firebolt is. They're naturally really good. So he has to come up with a legitimate reason of why the character would be chaotic evil. And even then, he'd have to figure out how to keep his character from getting murdered. Because when you create a chaotic evil character, it typically means they do really bad things with no regard for, you know... It's me, Sora. I changed my YouTube channel name. Alright, that makes sense. But to say, I couldn't tell if it was either Nova, who's a really old person, a really old friend who's been subscribed to the channel for a long time, or it was you, Sora, as I saw the Keyblade in my brain. I'm like, that was the way Sora does his stuff. So I couldn't tell if it was one or the other. But yeah, no, I have absolutely no problem with Valve choosing whatever race he wants to be and what like class he wants to be. Just Winter, when you started YouTube, did you have a plan? Not really. I started YouTube when life kind of hit me really hard in some of the most unfortunate ways. I was pretty depressed with my life, and I was incredibly lonely as I didn't really have any friends anymore due to stuff. Like, I still have, like, I had my friends, it's just that we didn't hang out at all due to me being a parent. Video game indeed, Corey. Horizon Zero Dawn. Basically, I'm just in it to have some fun and be able to make content for everybody and be able to chat with some awesome people. That's why I do everything that I do.
This must be Lonesome Rock. If it's a trap, I might need to go in quiet.
Sucks, indeed. But did you plan ahead? How do you mean? Like, are you talking like, did I plan ahead on like games I was gonna play, or streams that or if I was planning on streaming, videos that I planned on doing? How do you mean? Oh, I know this place. I'm pretty confident I killed everyone here already.
There are chains in the cart. Huh. Seems like an ordinary outpost. I'd better look around.
I'm so bored. I'm bored with being bored.
I'm bored with you talking about being bored.
I'm bored with you complaining about me being bored.
I wasn't complaining about you being bored. I was complaining about your complaint.
Well, now I'm complaining about your complaint.
If you two don't shut up, I'm gonna complain to Zaid, and then things will get ugly. Hold, Outlander! What are you doing here?
Like what apps to film with? Oh, yes, I had taken some time prior I was taking some time prior, and I was looking at some apps and everything to use, and basically I knew about OBS, which was a free recording and streaming software, which at first I didn't even have a computer, so I didn't even know to use that. I was just using my PlayStation when I started. Like, the first 5-6 games I played on the channel were Horizon Zero Dawn, Sword Coast Legends, Assassin's Creed Unity. Trying to remember some of the other games off the top of my head, but I can't. Looking for Nakoa.
Prefect Zaid told me that bandits abducted a girl near here. Do you know where they might have taken her?
Zaid told you that, did he? Huh. No bandits around here, girl. But I think I can help you find your friend. The boss sent us a fresh one, boys. Wrap her up and tie her down.
Yeah, that's what I expected. Shall we?
Okay, take him down! Before the sun! Let this impale the enemy!
Shall we? Damn. Oh, for Pete's sakes.
To destroy the unfaithful! Let me through!
Let's see what Zaid's hiding out here.
They really think they're gonna beat me? I was about to say, Winter, if you didn't remember, I would have left this stream. I would. Come on, kid. Come on, Sawara. You really gonna test my memory? But yeah, Red Death. To answer your question, I had done some research prior, but when I first started on YouTube, like literally everything was done on my PlayStation. I'm asking because I'm planning on streaming Ghost of Tsushima and calling it Japanese man gets penetrated by multiple Mongolians at once. Okay, so I'd be careful about that because you can get flagged for putting in inappropriate titles. But I've gotten away with some stuff before, so just be careful. Do your
Not
research.
just chains, manacles. They were moving prisoners somewhere.
Ghost of Tsushima is one of those games I still need to play. Posted my story on D&D chat and Discord if you want to give it a quick read. I will gladly give it a read. Well, give me 2 seconds as I switch my stuff over. As I make my way. Let's see. That is a lot to read. I will have to take my time and read that, my friend. I was about to say I won't be able to give it a quick read. I would need I would need at least 30 seconds. But if it's not inappropriate, it's what happens when you die. Wink, wink. Fair. Fair. But he will be starting at level 1, correct? Yes. You should play Final Fantasy sometime. I would gladly play a Final Fantasy game sometime, Corey. About to say, I don't know if I'd play Final Fantasy 7 though, as I made a deal with a friend that if I was going to play Final Fantasy 7, it would be I'd play the original one first. But I'd gladly play a Final Fantasy game.
To their compound. Maybe Nakoa's inside.
That Nora girl we got in the hole is nice and lean.
Don't get ideas. Zaid says hands off or better price it out.
Sounds like Nakoa's here. And I'm gonna have to cut through these guards to get to her.
Oh, good lord. I played through 10 remastered. Nice. Final Fantasy 15 is an emotional one, to be honest. Nice. Final Fantasy 10, the first one I played. Just in case you do play one of the Final Fantasy games, but I'd say 15 would be high up on my list. 10 I've heard really good things about. 9 I have some experience with. I actually recently purchased Final Fantasy 12, which was the first Final Fantasy game I ever invested a large sum of time into. Interesting. We had to fight to get our levels. I parried so badly his sword went through another guy, dealing 7 damage. When somebody rolls a natural 1 in combat, it's one of those things, man. You know how to put thumbnails in the streams, Winter? Just asking. Yes, I do know how to. But, like, to make thumbnails for every single stream is a bit of a challenge, so it's like, I typically don't. It's something that I will eventually invest some time into. Yo, you fuck Final 15. Wow. Didn't know you felt that way about that, Tiny. She knows. My day is so good. Kirby, welcome to the chat, my ferocity friend. How you doing, my dude? Also, it seems to get way better when drunk or scared.
Boss told me to hide in my shack when the buyers come. It's because you stink embarrasses him, you bum. Maybe swim in a creek once in a while.
Curse me! I'm under attack!
I'm not here.
Blast! Man down!
Final Fantasy 15 is nothing like the others. Okay, Mr. Scared of Change. It was okay. I totally didn't get banned on my new main account. Oh, Jesus. Also, he's better when you are scared. Eh. But yeah, no. When it comes to leveling up and everything, I typically will either do the experience point system or I will do the milestone leveling. So in other words, people like if you earned it in my eyes, you will level up. 15 is about an adventure with the boys. I've seen a little bit of gameplay for 15. 15 looks stunning. If all honesty, guys, if I do end up playing a Final Fantasy game, which, debatable, but if I do, it'd probably be like, wouldn't mind playing 9, 10, 12, or maybe 15, only because I loved watching my friend Briggs get destroyed by a freaking behemoth. If that's what they're called, I can't remember. Which is, I like open world more than Dead Ahead story and nothing else.
Who had his own fight.
Dead! We got a killer out there.
Nice. Final Fantasy VII Remake is really good. I've heard good things. Literally nothing but good things. I'm about to say, yeah, it gets emotional from time to time. Grass Dude? Grass Dude. Oh, logs. The hell? What application do you use for thumbnails? Please don't say Adobe. Nope, I don't use Adobe. There's literally a phone app literally called Thumbnail. It's literally called Thumbnail Maker, and you can easily make thumbnails on it with no problem. Like, it's super easy to use and super easy to learn. But I say, believe proper full name of it is. Yeah, no, literally it's called YouTube Thumbnail. Not even YouTube, but it's called Thumbnail Maker. So it's a free phone app. The story for Final Fantasy VII is good enough to play through 2 to 3 times before it gets boring. Yeah, according to my friend Travis, who loves Final Fantasy VII was his favorite, and he basically memorized the entire game.
I've been
Over
seen.
here! It's her! Bleed for the shadow!
What? How do I keep missing?
You will not escape the shadow! This is it for you.
This'll be useful later.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna search some weird stuff to make the thumbnail good. Sounds good. I typically, to avoid getting in trouble from stealing any artwork, because I never recommend stealing artwork, is if you look up official art for the game and everything, that typically is a good way to stay out of trouble when it comes to making thumbnails. Or even if you just take like a scene from the game and take a picture of it using a screenshot of your phone, you can use that as a thumbnail as well. I have not been recording as much as I would like to, but just because in my personal life I've been getting busy. And
perhaps my focus can help me.
But like right now I'm trying to do a lot of recordings of The Last of Us Part 2. We're trying to do some recordings of Persona 5. I would love to add some Final Fantasy. Actually, should I stream that or should I record that? Final Fantasy is a long game.
Prisoners. Chained up to be sold as slaves. Nakoa? Jan sent me. Look, we can talk more once we get everyone out of this pit.
Jan sent you? I don't believe it. Well, I guess one of his prayers finally worked.
I've got the key.
I'll help the others. Let's go.
A simple thank you would be nice. If you do Final Fantasy X, stream it. Okay.
Please.
Thanks for the advice. I'm going to mix that with the YouTuber style thumbnail, which is...
I knew you were going to be trouble, girl. But you'll make it worth our while in the end.
The end is now, Zaid. For you and your men.
Duly noted, Stray Cat.
She's coming for us.
This is not a...
Get it together, you son of...
Close.
You provoked the sun's rage. Coming back from the Let this darken them die. That one. I'm done. Am I done?
Dante, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. How you doing, my dude? Can I give you an example of the guy I'm talking about on Discord before you think it's weird? Fair enough. I'm right here. That was very anticlimactic. The visuals on it were not as good as I was hoping. The spirit grade is really unique.
You gave him a quicker death than he deserved.
My father was a hunter. He taught me every animal deserves a clean kill.
Can you react to Walmart Kid yodeling EDM remix? I will keep it in mind, Dante. I don't really do react videos, but I'll keep it in mind. I'm not afraid of trying anything at least once. What is this place?
How did Zaid come to run a ring of slavers?
I'm helping well, so I'm
All the scum
I'm
you just killed,
be on and off.
They
That's okay,
butchered for
Hermes.
Zaid during the Red Raids. The new
Took a
Sun King
screenshot of his
kicked them
name.
out of the army, but Zaid managed to lie his way out of trouble, then saw a new way to make a shard, putting his grunts to work here.
How did you get here?
How did Zaid capture you?
I tried to get him at Day Tower, but he caught me, then let me go so he could have his men grab me later.
And after?
Said he was gonna sell me into slavery like the other poor bastards.
Please remember,
that came
I
through
took a
here
screenshot of
week.
it, Dante. Don't
But
you
he
worry.
took his time, kicked me around whenever he stopped by. Guess me trying to kill him hurt his pride.
What now?
What are you gonna do now?
The others were in that cellar for months. The more run down they got, the harder it was for Zaid to sell them. They need food, rest, and hope. I'll take them to Meridian and tend to them.
Goodbye.
Time for me to go.
Look, I don't even know your story. It must be a good one if they gave you the mark of a seeker. If you ever feel like telling it, look me up in Meridian. I'll be there until the others get back up on their feet. Until then, thank you for helping me cut this rot from the world. I don't know. Maybe now I can put Zaid behind me and remember my father as I should.
Oh. Just realized I'm almost dead. Oh, there we go.
As soon as the others are ready, we'll...
Are you not going back?
You're not even going to try to go back? What about Jan?
The matriarchs won't let me back.
It's true.
Even if they would, I wouldn't go. They can burn for all I care. As for Jan, I know a way to get word to him. I'll miss that runt. But at least he'll know I'm safe. Thanks again for all your help.
No problem.
As soon as the others are ready, come and see me after.
There we go. Rob is making a character sheet, I think. Nice. About to say, I'm happy to see
Nice
people getting so interested in D&D. About to say, it's an incredibly fun game that... It's an incredibly fun game that just got the bad title of being the nerds game. Ancient Armory, which I still can't do that. I gotta do an old acquaintance. I don't have any fire. I don't have any locations over here. How far this way did I go? Not very far. Let's rectify that, shall we? You should check his backstory. I like it. It says unknown internet network. How do you mean, Red Death? Garnin, barbaric, fireball, chaotic evil. Garnon's parents were honorable people. When Garnon was born, that all changed. His mother died in birth, that while having him and her father turned depressed and abusive afterwards. This obviously led Garnon to be a spiteful boy, hating everything. When he was age 24, he went on a trip with his father to move up north. While there, he was mugged by 2 elves and cut his father, wounding his neck. This heavily angered Garnon, leading him to chase after them. He slaughtered them right in front of his father. Garnon now found a love for killing right then and there. Jesus. His father, named Rogel, banished him and made him an enemy of his to the tribes. After seeing how he did it, Garnon is now 96 and has roamed north and hunting with his favorite sword the most of his life. He wishes to one day find his father and hang his head on a wall. Oh my good lord. Whoo! Damn! I mean, can't blame him. Jesus. I mean, again, worst thing I've ever seen is, there we go. Good lord. I mean, Daisy in horror games category. Oh. Yeah, I can see Daisy being in the horror category. So if you search up Stimpy and see his thumbnails, you'll know what I'm talking about. I will have to look that up. But, Jesus Hermaeus, after taking a look at Wilf's backstory, holy crap, I mean, it's a good backstory. It's pretty dark. Not the darkest backstory I've seen, though. I really like his background, like, a lot. His background is really nice. I do like it. It is very well implemented. Oh shit. Oh god! Shit! Mistakes were made! Mistakes were made! Oh fuck. Oh shit! God. Ew. Ishgator. But, what has the best graphics? Ooh, probably Red Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 probably is the game that probably has the best graphics. Ishworm. Ishworm indeed. Ishgator mixed with Ishworm. I don't know how you would clear this anyways. Shut up, Tiny! It's not that funny. Corrupted zones. How do you clear a corrupted zone? I assume you have to kill all the creatures that are in it. Which is easier said than done. Those are rock breakers and they are hard to kill. Shit. Oh god, ow! Oh wait, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 now. Oh wait, now. Nice. Big. I don't think I can fight these guys, at least not right this second. One more try. Fighting one of these guys was hard. I like a challenge, though. I also like to excruciatingly punish myself. Hence why I love games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Nioh. See how far they'll chase me. Woo! Oh, good lord! Go, 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 go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Can't hide from them. Fuck. Red Dead 2 online used to be lackluster at best. I've heard it's gotten some improvements though. Good lord. Trying to fight these guys is hard. They hit hard and they are freaking rough, man. Oh, good lord. Corruption. Your arrows went. Yeah, I'm using Terror arrow. Oh, Terror Blast arrows. Let me give this a try. Ow! God. Oh, oh, oh! Go, 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 go! God, they're like... Oh shit, run! God damn it. Son of a bitch, son of a bitch! Oh! God, okay. I'm too level. I don't have the right equipment for this, and also I do use arrows that have. I do use a bow that does more tear damage. You gotta hit the breakable parts, which I try to do, but considering these creatures ride underground, I don't exactly get a clean shot. Maybe if I try using one of my tear blast arrows right away and against one of their paws. Maybe that should slow him down a little bit, at least. Not below. Whew. It does like 100% of damage and removes armor. I try to do tear blast. I'm literally hitting them dead on, but hey, so I'm going to incognito for some inappropriate stuff that I have to do to make a thumbnail that I have in mind. So BRB perhaps. Also, Winter, use other stuff, not only bow. Use your rope caster and stuff. I really hate to say this. I don't know how to use the rope caster. Like, really embarrassing to say, considering how much I talk about how much I love this game. I don't know how to use the rope caster and other things. All I know is how to use the bow and using traps. Really embarrassing to say on my part. God dang it, Winter. I'm sorry. It wouldn't be me if I didn't make it inconvenient for myself. Run. Run, run. What? Can I get me in the water? Just hit that thing when then the ground. Pretty sure that's how it works. You set traps? Not even the slingshot? Nope! The only thing I know how to use is the bow. Because there was no tutorial. He doesn't use slinger bombs. Fun. Man, even I that was 2/5 done with the game, I have had more gear and equipment than you. That sounds about right. He only uses the hunter bow. That is not true. That is not true. I have the adept sharp shot bow, the shadow hunter bow, and I do have the Karja hunter bow, but I mostly use the sharp shot bow. I have a rope caster and a trip caster, but that's all I have. Winter, you should do more playtesting. It's just choose ball and shoot the slingshot. You'd think it would be that easy for me, but it isn't. I'll have to come back with some more supplies so I can actually take them on properly. There's a fire and ice slingshot version. I'll have to look into getting those and learning how to use them. Because dealing with these guys is hard. Like most of the other creatures, me and WoW had to make you get the sharp shot bow, dumbass. Hey! I had a decent bow prior. I had the Shadow Karja hunting bow. Like, I had a purple bow, it's just that I didn't have the sharp shot bow. I'm not a complete noob, and I did beat the game. Thank you very much.
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Good to see my old friend the Ravager is still around. Oh boy. We need partial cover. Did you?
Not done yet.
Woo! Nice try. Done being made, and I have a backstory. I did read your backstory aloud to the chat, by the way. It's not a bad backstory, Well, I do approve. Oh god, ow. Fun criticizing with this place out. Don't blame you. Ow. Oh god. motherfucker! Ow. I'm using the app that... I'm using the app that I'm used to BTW. I still sent you the link to all my stuff on the Fast Character website, which is fine. As long as I have your character sheet and everything, I should be no problem. Alright. Ugh. Dude, get an outfit for Aloy. Just do it. It will make you stronger now to have go make myself. Okay, now I have to go make my plan mail. Okay, sounds good. Here, I'll send you what each weapon is good for in Discord. Exactly. Because each weapon has different abilities and proficiencies. About to say bludgeoning weapons, slashing damage, piercing damage. Not to mention each weapon does a different die of damage, and also each weapon does either dex or strength damage. There's a lot of factors into it. But Barbarian, if you're serious about Barbarian class, can't blame you on that one. The Barbarian was one of my personal favorite classes to run with. Oh boy, it reminds me so much of playing as, oh god, which character was that? That was, Goathard, the Barbarian. He was the last one to survive in his party. He actually had to kill his friends that had turned into wraiths around him.
Clear that up later.
Alright, gotcha. Gimme. Yay! Alright, run. I already made a character and a backstory. I think it's a little exchanging now. I mean, the backstory and everything is just fine. Which, I mean, as a barbarian, like, that makes perfect sense why your character would be, you know, filled with hate and anger. Okay. Your party, but I won't. Alright. Motherless, abuse, and banish. Makes perfect sense. Indeed. Those are classic ways of creating a character to have a background alignment. But chaotic evil, that is going to be hard to roleplay and still be able to be in, like, towns and cities. That is a strong kind of bloodlust. Now, if you were, like, neutral evil, it'd be fine, you know?
Not too much already.
Your character would at least have the, you know, the brain set to go like, yeah, maybe killing somebody in the middle of town wouldn't be smart. Because being chaotic means you're anti-establishment. Bimp is clearly the leader of the party. I am the moneymaker. Bimp basically just helps. She's the wizard, so she kind of is the smart one of the group.
I'll keep that for later.
But how you guys roleplay your characters and how things progress, it's all up to you guys. Bimp is literally just a guide to help you. Your guys' personal decision. Your guys' personal decisions and things that you do is up to you, and that changes the story and the world around you as you do it. He had to raise himself. It makes sense for him to be barbaric, which is fine. I'm just saying, it'll be interesting how you do it, how you play your character. Bring down enemies, aggressive, able to fly. Slings apply elemental effects faster than any other weapon. Useful. Warbow. I think of it as a long-range version of the sling with less AOE. Sharp shot bow, which I'm using, used for high damage to weak spots and tear off armor and weapons for enemies. Hunter bow. Good medium range, fast firing bow, mostly used for open combat, which is what I like to use. A combination of the warbow and the sharp shot. Now we got a robot person that will watch us in our sleep. He still technically has to take a 4-hour rest, but he can do that while you guys are like setting up camp and everything. Basic, and that would be, oh god, Knackle. That's his name. I played a chaotic good person before. It was interesting. Being chaotic good, again, anti-establishment. Just, you do what you want. Like, you don't really care about the establishment and everything, but you also typically don't take into consideration with the ramifications of going anti-establishment. I've always been, as a player, I always avoided being chaotic in nature, because being chaotic means it's really hard to fit in towns.
There's the bridge Gio mentioned. Now to see if I can find his tracks. No telling how many people passed this way. But this was a man with a cart, so...
Find help.
Easy now. What's your name? What happened?
Hacker.
Do what I want. Don't worry about the consequences.
Find help for
This will be
Pitchcliff.
fun. This will be an interesting
The
set of
Gleendorfs
circumstances.
keep attacking. They'll kill my brother. Everyone.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
We'll get to that. Yeah, being chaotic basically means, like, and this is something I get a lot where people are like, oh, chaotic means they're crazy. Like, nope, chaotic just means that they're anti-establishment. They do focus more on themselves and their causes more than the ramifications of what it would do to the public. Like, being chaotic good is cool and everything, but, like, that also means you're not going against the law to achieve your goal. But being lawful good also is a bit of a problem, because that means you're set in your path and you can't. But it means you're set in your path and you're not. You won't bend the rules to get done what you need to get done. So it's like a double-edged sword. It'll be fun to see how you try to control my character. Oh, this will be interesting. I mean, I won't try to control them.
End of the tracks. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. What's around here? Someone's possessions. Candarts?
I am lawful
There's
neutral.
scattered everywhere. And a little blood too. Either he fell, or... There's enough blood to worry me.
Being lawful neutral. That's not a bad thing. You're neither good nor evil. You just... I mean, how the other party members will try to keep me from killing just whoever. Exactly. That will be interesting. I'd roleplay chaotic as doing what is right, even if it means breaking the law. Exactly. I'm true neutral.
Blood. Must have had time to bind his wound.
Most of my characters were like neutral good, and I've had one character where I was like neutral, like.
So much for being careful.
I'm a traveling bard, of which people have never seen.
This chest looks like it's a boss man making. At least he's easy to follow. Just hope he's
When
okay.
it gets above 10, you don't kill the guy. Probably slap wild. Ugh. You slap, I kill.
I could check my focus, see what it sees. The barrel. This scent reminds me of... Yes? Did you go into the head?
There's a man up there. Makes sense, eh? If wealth caused problems, I'd more than likely slap punch him to directly get him away from the NPC onto me. But like I said, it will be a fun, interesting situation for you guys.
Am I glad to see you, stranger?
Are you Kendert? I'm a friend of Jira's.
Huh? I'm a husband of Jira's.
She heard you'd gone missing. I tracked you. What happened?
I was coming to join her. A sandstorm blew in, I sought shelter. It didn't work out. And here I am getting read as a Karja priest, my goods scattered in a herd of tramplers. There's only so much you can do to make me look less of an idiot. But could you get back my scrapper sap?
That would be the stuff down there with the herd of tramplers?
I'm not proud, I'm just a brewer, and maybe 5 bottles of that is worth more than I am to Jira.
Cool, this'll be fun. Oh boy, right in the herd. Oh, good lord.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
Tear blast into the belly. I have a feeling this will be fun. Oh boy. I'm true neutral, so you don't care too much. I just intervene if it gets kind of serious and tiny fails to ignore ignores. You have a new guy that kills who he wants. Tear blast the belly. Yep, I read that. Thing is, I don't need the whole herd attacking me. Oh god! Run! Fuck. That's right, you don't want to fuck with me. Oh shit. Whoop! Oh fuck. Okay. Well, since stealth's out the window now. Oh fuck. Oh shit. And I pull out my rapier and sorry. Is that more sacrifices to the clown? You guys don't know if you'll bump into that clown ever again. I say sacrifices to the clown. Also, well, you say that, but if you roll as low as everybody else does, then who knows?
Huntress. Thank you. Oseram's finest, this stuff. Keeps you warm in a snowstorm, strips the grit out of a gear wheel.
Kendert, why did you set out so unprepared?
Hammer to steel of the matter is, I did it for love. When Jira said she wanted to leave the claim, I consulted with the Ildermen. I won't repeat what they said. You won't like it.
You've got me curious.
No.
The clown literally only wants to kill me. Yes, I want to charm the clown. Oh boy.
It was my mistake not going with her. I've had time enough to see that. Maybe it's not too late.
You'll find her stalking up at Day Tower. Good luck.
Turn to Jira. There we go. I say, yeah. Again, didn't think Garland would become a serial killer, but when I rolled up his character, I rolled for personality and backstory and everything. It just so happens you guys are dealing with. Could you use vicious mockery instead? You could use vicious mockery. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things, guys. That was just bad luck on your part. I roll NPCs and everything, and I roll personalities and all that stuff. It just so happens that I got a serial killer clown. Excuse me. I say every NPC is different. A couple are the same, but those are the ones that are like non-important, like specific guards. I'm bloody confused on what's happening in chat. Daylight Reaper, welcome to the chat. Darklight Reaper, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. And they're currently talking about the D&D campaign we started in the Discord on Tuesdays.
Serval should die for his crimes.
Little Spark. Any sign of that man?
I found him, Jira. I think you two will have a lot to talk about.
I like a good story. And a good drink. It's why I'm good at what I do.
He's bringing you both. Kendert wants to be with you. He regrets that he took the word of the Ilderman.
Women know their place in the claim, was their word.
I'm gonna need a little rundown on what happened after I left. Last I heard, Mr. Asshole was murdered.
Such thoughts.
He's my favorite. Witcher will tell.
You can't bear a grudge. It'd make you go mad. My silly man. Little Spark, how can I thank
Garland
you?
is my favorite apart from Bimp.
There'll always be a drink for you at Hunter's Gathering.
But to say, as far as you guys know, Garland had escaped from the guards. That's all you guys know. Oh my fucking god, this is the perfect analogy. Me joining a D&D campaign is like Clive joining the admin team. I wouldn't go that far. Still got the pompous ass is dead. But I say, each NPC and everything is different, depending on the situation, what they're from, and how you guys interact with them. It just so happened that Garland ended up being a fucking serial killer. But I say, Sir Gerald was a pompous asshole, and... But I say, Farkle Hay is the only... Markle Hay is the only one I borrowed. Boy. But I say, Markle Hay was the only one I borrowed. Lord Farron Marklehay and his wife are actually taken from my first ever 4th edition campaign, and he's kind of the NPC that I first like got a connection to as Ragthar. He escaped from prison, killing 3 guards, and the captain swore vengeance. Yep. Yeah, basically Knackle came back to let you know that he couldn't. Oh shit. Also, yes, use this indeed. I fucking hate Quinn Hawks! After he died, he didn't wait Garland or faster. Motherfucker!
What made these Glinthawks attack? I better speak to whoever's in charge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm exhausted. It's the third flop we faced today.
Jesus. Vision nearly died. We went to a king and talked to Solaire. No, Solaire isn't in there. Vision is. No, as cool as the NPC as Solaire is, he is an NPC in this campaign. If I made a Dark Soulsy kind of campaign, that would be, I would maybe be making all of you suffer.
You just flew in on a rainbow and saved our sorry slags. Where do you come from?
A man named Hackard outside the village warned me.
Traitor! I ordered him to stay put. I'll throw him in irons.
He's dead.
What? That scorched out, filthy, rotten dirtwad of a brother. Why didn't he listen? Why?
He was worried you and the entire town would be killed. Do you have any idea what could be drawing the Glinthawks?
Then the king rolled a natural one, broke a string, and when going to play a song, we went to do a tavern rooms. I did another awesome performance while drunk, then got Mons, and we went to bed. Lures.
Has anyone come trying to sell lures? They're devices that attract machines.
Is that real? Is that some sort of Nora joke?
I'll take that as a no.
Glinthawks.
Has anything changed that might have
No, you
lured
passed
the
out drunk
Glinthawks?
on the bottom floor.
Have you left machine scrap lying around?
No. Us around use our scrap. Not like the Carja. They only keep the pretty parts.
So the Carja have been leaving scrap around.
Here? Never. If a Carja wasted scrap on my watch, I'd pick it up and make him eat it.
I say the Carja.
Why do you think the Carja have anything to do with the Glinthawks?
We built this outpost to protect against the Carja. Now they're coming here to trade. Fine. Their shards are as good as anyone's. But everyone knows that they want this place. Come to think of it, they want every place.
But how could the Carja have brought on the Glinthawks?
If I ever get a break from them, I'll see if I can spare a man to follow the trail. Guaranteed, there's a Carja at the other end.
Then roll a natural 20 on perception check when I screamed a war cry for your roll.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm the mayor. Mostly because I was too drunk to say no when my brother asked me. Tell me where he is, and I'll lay him to rest once we get these Glinthawks to flock off.
You'll find him due south of here, along the river.
Damn that fool. That bung. That lunkhead. Thank you for being with him at the end.
Here's the clown came and attacked Mora. Mora did battle cry, rolled a nat 20 on perception, kicked the door down, and then we kicked his ass. Me and Nora nearly died, and I was protecting Bimp. You should just be thankful that Abby chose really good spells for Bimp. I'll
Why
investigate.
don't I investigate why the Glinthawks are attacking? You've got your hands full.
Really? No one ever offers to help me. You, any good at tracking?
You could say that.
All right, then. Let me know what you find.
I wrapped everything up. Well, you guys woke up in
Carja's behind
you
all
guys woke.
this.
You and Tiny both woke up inside of the healing temple, where Kazir and Bimp followed. Excuse me. And also, that is where you met Knackle, who offered to be an assistant because of the fact that he is good friends with Bimp. Oh yeah, Elvish Warforged friend. Exactly. Another one of Abby's creations. Basically, just know that Abby helps me a lot with the creating NPCs to help you guys. Greetings, my name is Knackle. I am a Elven Warforged. Oh, protect both of them. Must protect. So where am I gonna come in? I can easily incorporate you out, don't you worry. Introducing you won't be that much of a problem. It's just that you definitely would not be found in town. Because of your chaotic nature, you probably hate civilization. Or love it because that's more people for you to kill. Probably in a tavern or in a wilderness. I mean, I guess you could be in a tavern, but... well, that depends. Is your character... That depends. Is your character a fan of drinking? Basically, well, this week I'm going to ask you some questions, and together we will come up with a way to incorporate you. You come in just bashing a kobold's head in. Possibly. That could be definitely be a good one. Good way to do it, considering your guys' mission. How I introduced everybody else was very simple. Basically, most of you guys had to travel to get to where you needed to go, so I just incorporated you guys in getting to town on the same day. I mean, I guess I could have put it... Maybe I turned mercenary and came trying to collect a bounty. Ooh, now that... See, I can work with that.
This will come in handy. The device is sending out a signal. Might be what's attracting the Glinthawks.
Turn off! Turn off!
What are you doing?
I did a rocket performance in front of the stadium.
Won't turn off!
That device is making the Glinthawks attack. Turn it off.
Me? I don't know how to turn it off any more than I know how I turned it on. I scrounged it from an old workshop.
Well, that should do it. Now start talking.
Our out of character thinks that I like to waste money at taverns, so yes, I'm probably a drunk. Fair enough. Scrounging.
Why are you scrounging gear you don't even understand?
My customers demand extraordinary pieces best found at the fringes of civilization. My tales of adventure only increase their value. Where others only dare tread, I flourish. No mountain climbs too high that I can't mount it. My trade demands sacrifice.
Including the sacrifice of innocence? Those Glinthawks swooped down and attacked everyone.
I didn't mean for that to happen. I sought only to sate the appetites of rich nobles who never leave their mansions.
Workshop.
You mentioned you found the device in a workshop?
Yes. I camped out atop the snowy eastern ridge. No easy climb even in my best years, but I girded my...
Enough. Were there any other devices at this workshop?
abandoned equipment, the likes of which I've never seen. A peculiar silo remained impervious to my attempts to open it. As I searched, I wondered how many secrets lie hidden in this world, as we, in our ignorance, go about our daily...
Your point?
Oh. No, I didn't see another device. But one could still be there.
We will be going back to the tavern to get our stuff. It's true. Thor is watching over your stuff while you guys are at the temple. Gotta say thank you to Thor. Yep.
Did you know this whole time that that device was luring Glinthawks?
By the sun, no! I stashed it here for a while, but when I came back, I was nearly beheaded by one of those flying
I feel my water feel
terrors.
This device is dangerous. I have to find that workshop and make sure it's the last. Where is it?
On the eastern ridge, just beyond my campsite. But after I descended from the workshop, a cracking above me signaled my doom. I dove into the river mere moments before an avalanche took out the path. You can't reach it now. The climb is too
So easy to run
perilous.
12 that way. Yep.
I'll take my chances. You just stay away from that workshop and try not to cause another mess.
Getting up there is gonna be rough. When we go back, Walk is there drinking. Possibly. About to say, he could either be there drinking, or he could be outside of town killing people. He could be in town turning in a bounty. Just tell Tiny to get out of my fucking way as he tries to charm me. Basically, Walf, me and you will probably have some conversation. Determine how you want to incorporate your character. Because we could go chaotic evil. Your character's a bounty hunter. If you want to go with a bounty hunting background. Oh shit. Shit. There's how. That's how there was a clone with a sword in my chest. I tried to attack them, rolled a natural when Winter rolled high severity, so I said, no! I protect! Yeah, friggin' A. About to say, D&D, it's full of fun stories. Ah, my eyes. Hold on, I mean my glasses. The light is hitting my eyes in all the bad ways. Yeah, I know. D&D is so much fun when you start getting into some of the stories and, you know, the weird situations that happen, and chances plays a huge factor in the game. Okay, that should help me handle the light a little bit better. Honestly, you guys should be thankful that you guys, well, now that you guys know some of the more of the abilities and everything, you guys should be able to handle yourselves in combat better. Those are amazing you are amazing at making those stories. I try. I learn from the best. And that's still why, to this day, I still tell everybody the stories of my dungeon master, as he was so good at giving me such a fun experience. Everything from really awesome badass stories to, like, heartbreaking sad stories. With my armor and shield, there was a 35% chance Garland could hit me in our first fight. Exactly, the odds were low. It also didn't help that I forgot about adding proficiency bonuses. And that fight would have been so much faster, as either you or Garland would have won faster. Cantrip, and I have healing and charming. Exactly. Better say, now that you guys have your information, make sure you use it to the best of your abilities. The second time around, I almost died. Well, in the first fight, there was no fear of death because of the fact that you guys couldn't die. The wizards made sure of that. But the second time, it was abilities. Yes, well, so basically, when you choose your class, each class has its own set of abilities, and basically you get that with your character. Well, I will sit down and actually can talk with you and let you know what the first level barbarian abilities are. Because basically, with a class, you are trained and proficient in certain things. Second fight, you had no armor. Yeah. But that's the thing. It takes a while to.
Here's the Scrounger's campsite, so the workshop can't be far. If I can find a way around the avalanche.
As you level up and everything, your abilities change because you're becoming more experienced with that class. Not a fucking clue. That's okay, Waff. Like I said, you asked for my help, and I will gladly help you. When I first started playing D&D, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. Like, fun story. My first character was a ranger named Dalmar Fenrir, who, while yes was a ranger, while yes was a ranger, and had like had high dex, but he wielded a longsword and not a like rapier or a short sword, so or any finesse weapons. So his fucking attack, sword, like his melee attack, was awful. We were fighting a white dragon, and as a ranger,
white as bone. That thought got dark.
as a ranger, it got, you know, I was doing damage. As a fighter, I did awful. Like I said, one of these days I'll have to do some videos on like some of my actual D&D stories from my days as a player. You whispered "Bimp." You then heard a creepy laugh. I mumbled, "Is that you, Bimp?" Thought you could get away from me that easy?
It's off.
Got chicken legs. You're on the zombie spray and finish? Very vaguely. As the fucker had advantage and I was prone, he should have hit me, but he rolled a 5. Yep. Even with advantage, I rolled that stuff. You guys should be thankful. Sometimes like dice rolls just don't work in even the DM's favor. But wow, very vaguely, I do remember you telling me a story of zombies. It's been a while though. Freeze bellow back. Hotspots, what's up, Hotspots? Welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. How much do you remember? I should ask. About to say, honestly, well, like I said, I vaguely remember. I know that you did tell me a zombie story, but like as far as plot and characters go, like
I'll bet Allure brought that story.
it was a long time ago.
If I find any and destroy them, the machine should leave.
Is that a fucking Stormhawk? Oh god.
There, Allure.
Battle scar buddies. Oh well. Yeah, I don't really like bards. Meh. True story, I have a personal vendetta against bards. While I feel like I would enjoy playing a bard immensely, I've never, because I hold a personal vendetta against them. It got missiles. Because charming enemies doesn't make sense to me. No, it makes perfect sense. Being able to charm an enemy is to be able to handle the fights. To be able to Macaulay Culkin a boss is quite a useful fit. Vendetta? Yes. As in I have a lasting never-ending battle, a grudge against somebody. See, a bard is what killed my favorite D&D character I've ever had, Ragthar. An enemy bard that was... So basically what happened was, in my adventures as Ragthar, the last adventure we went on is we were helping clear out an area. We were cleaning out an area, and we had dealt with quite a few threats already. We had to deal with some sturges that were infecting a cave. We had to deal with some little monsters that were kind of just roaming around the area. But there was one problem that we had that we thought our party could handle. It was a group of orcs, which honestly, as Ragthar, didn't even worry about it. I was battle tested. I'd be able to handle this with no issues whatsoever. Oh fuck this quest, exactly, Welf. I know it's this quest right here that you're talking about. Yeah, it's a fucking bitch. But, Ragthar had no problems fighting the orcs. In fact, there was about a group of, I think, about 10 of them. And Ragthar had cut down 2 of them with no problems, no issues. What I didn't realize was in that party of 10 people was a bard. An evil bard that was working with the orcs. And he was attacking Ragthar from a distance and casting spells to frickin' damage him, cause disadvantage. I was as Ragthar, I had sliced through at least 3 or 4 of them trying to get to that bard, and then when I finally got up to him, he finally hit me with another vicious mockery that knocked me unconscious. Which at that point, freaking the rest of my team had to get scattered out trying to fight off the rest of the orcs, and the bard was causing more disadvantages. It inevitably TPK'd the entire team. We lost that camp. The campaign ended because of that bard. And in my brain, I'm like, bards are cheap ass motherfuckers. As that bard was hiding behind 10 goddamn orcs. As I had almost gotten to him, and I would have torn him apart. I would have torn him apart, but those orcs were blocking my way, and if I tried to just run past them, they would have all gotten an advantage shot. Not an advantage shot, but attack of opportunity, which more than likely would have hit me, and I would have been taken down by their battle axes. So to this day, I still hold a personal vendetta against bards, because a bard killed my favorite character. My first campaign, I was playing with my normal group. We were soldiers in a military scouting group. We found a slave camp, and we killed all of them by dropping a boulder down the ravine they were in. Nice. Ragthar was my second character I had ever created, and personally was my favorite. Killed the orcs. Nice. Well, now you are the DM for a battle bard. Please don't murder me. No, I don't. Abby has played a bard before, and other people have played a bard before. Tech. It's all good. I don't hold personal vendettas against people playing those classes. I've had bards on my team that have helped me immensely.
Way.
Shit! Oh shit! Oh god! Yeah. Ow. Where are they? I mean, I didn't mean to fall into the ravine, but it worked.
Low and quiet does it. My friend ended up rolling an after 20 on a speech check to make him, and after we killed him, we saw a gem in the wall of it. I decided to burn all the bodies and sacrifice Ares, and what I had forgotten was that there was another slave camp inside the ravine. My friend ended up rolling an after 20 on a speech check to make them think he was a friend of theirs, and we captured them. In doing so, they believed every word he said, and ended up becoming very... I still feel uneasy about the next session. Don't worry. What's there to worry about? Roger, I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. I did it again. I'm so sorry. What did you do, Mosky Dog? I know, chief bitch bard. I protect. What's there to worry about? We are going into a massive kingdom of kobolds. Trusted within the stronghold, he actually turned on the rest of the group, killing me and tried to kill another player. Next day IRL, he made an orc shaman to revive me. We both killed the other guy. Makes sense? let the mud crab escape again. God damn it, Musky Dog. Why did you do this to me? Why would you let that mud crab go free? The campaign ended that day because the DM had no idea what to do with my friend, what my friend did. Typically with a situation like that, it's either the party ends because of the fact that there's no points, or the player gets punished for doing inconceivable acts. Oh god, I'm trying to use the proper word.
Another day passing.
Reconcilable acts. He said he had to pee, and you believed him? And you believed him, Moscadog. Why would you do that? He would have said anything to get out of those. I'm not mad, Moscadog. I'm just disappointed. Adapt, overcome. Exactly. It mostly ended because we were all bored of it anyways. Read last. Just a psychotic clown trying to kill me, and we're going into a kobold lair. Guess who you could say I'm nervous. You don't know if he'll be there. Yes. But yes, Mustang, I'm just disappointed. For shame.
Done. No more lures. How about this workshop?
Thank God.
So Derval was behind these lures. Brilliant. And dangerous.
Derval.
Now to bring word back to Pitchcliff.
Paladins tomorrow, correct? Yes, it will be Paladins tomorrow. I'm hoping to start on time tomorrow. Today I just got a rough start because I had probably one of the worst days at work I've had. Because I was just like so exhausted. What? Hmm? Your bed? Yeah. What about your bed? Oh, oh. Sorry about that, guys. When will you play Predator? Soon, I hope. I haven't bought any new games because I've just been flat broke. Not because I don't want to play the game, it's just that I've been flat broke. All the money I've been... Oh, look at Daddy. Winter being a daddy. Yep. I have been a dad for the past 5 years. Oh, going on 6.
You'll be happy to know I found another one of those lures and destroyed it. Should be the last you'll hear of it.
By fire
Winter.
and spit, you went above and beyond. How do you know there won't be any more?
The workshop where I found it was long abandoned. You're safe.
Yeah,
Good.
Winter, indeed.
My troops want to spit and shake your hand, as my brother would have. On behalf of Pitchcliff and my family, I thank you.
Let's see. There we are. Winter, my father, I am hungry. Would you ever so kindly make me a sandwich? You're asking a lot of me. What have you done today? Have you done your chores? Have you listened to your mother? And were you back talking? Because if you were back talking, man, I swear to God, son, I'll beat you. I'll beat you. See the difference between abuse and control, which is a joke. It is a joke. I would never harm my child. I do believe in spanking, but spanking is a last resort. And is never used as a threat. But another joke upon my old dungeon master was abuse, control. But he mostly threatened that for us players. And yes, he has slapped me before. And yes, it was painful. And I did learn a lesson. Don't piss off the dungeon master. You can do a lot of things. You can have some fun, you can wreck some worlds, you can go on some destruction rampage, become a werewolf. That was a fun experience. But never challenge the dungeon master. They don't take kindly. There's a small difference between abuse and control. True. Very true. My feeble arms are too weak to make a sandwich myself, father. And Abby, my mother, has said I've just been wonderful today. Well, then in that case, you can, after I get done with the stuff I need to, I will gladly make you a sandwich. Maybe. Maybe. It's fun to piss off the DM. It's fun to mess with the DM and screw over some of his plans. It's another to like wholeheartedly challenge the dungeon master. As I have made that mistake before. Questioning the DM and don't challenge God.
I have a
exactly.
matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Oh, thank you, Father Winter. And actually, technically, you can deal with the gods. I mean, Ragthar was a disciple of Pelor.
This is the Hunter's Lodge. Only members and invited guests are allowed in.
How do I get invited?
You've come all the way from the Savage East, right? You must have come across some of our hunting grounds. Each one has a set of hunting trials. If you pass a trial, you get an award called a half-sun. Win 3, and I'll let you in. Now off you go.
I say, but yeah, no. So fun stories. About to say, between being a ranger that only knows how to use a bow and can't swing a sword, the story of a man who, my favorite character, who was able to be a confident commander, but then is an absolute idiot on the battlefield. The man who, my character who lost his leg to a blood fiend and still killed all of his allies that turned into wraiths. My assassin who was able to assassinate a prince, but then be killed by Githyanki's. You can challenge Odin, but Odin is nothing compared to the DM. This is true. Believe it or not, my cleric character Kruven was a disciple of Odin, and then paid the price as he had Kruven had a heart attack. That is a completely different story, and that's probably one of my saddest character stories. Good character that could have gone far.
Also, the character after that, which was Scorch, my paladin, which only lasted like 3 sessions. And then the whole party got TPK'd. I think Scorch was my last character, too. Then I became a dad and unfortunately couldn't attend any more D&D sessions. That was actually when they started playing 5e.
Look out below!
Oh shit. Nope, nope. Run like hell, run like hell, run like hell, run like hell. If you die, I'll find a way to bring you back to life. Now, you aren't the character, you are the daddy master. It's true. I fear for my life, Father Winter. Hey, Winter, how's it going? Josh, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. I am doing good. How about yourself? Winter, what do you use to record gameplay on your PS4? I literally use just the built-in recording software for the PS4. And basically, you can take a look at all that stuff, broadcasting stuff, using the options button, and it'll even give you select options of what you can use. Which I have a request. Ow! What is your request? As a barbarian, not gonna happen. Gammon doesn't want to lose any friends. He's been lonely his entire life. Oh shit! I got out. Oh god. But it only records for like 10 minutes of gameplay, doesn't it? Nope, you can go into your settings and you can change it so it can record up to upwards of an hour. I like my request is for you to play new games, like Destiny 2. Wouldn't mind playing Destiny 2, actually, as I have limited experience playing Destiny 2, because I've only ever played Destiny 1. But I have been playing a lot of new games, Josh, and I wouldn't mind adding a new game on there. Garnan. We will get over that, Wealth. We will get to that, Wealth. I know I can't do it myself. What's your last one? Oh, sorry. You can intimidate a guy to bring back us. It's true, you could. You hold one of your axes to a guy, start yelling, "Bring it back! Bring it back! Do it!" We tried that once, it didn't work. But we didn't roll high enough.
I'm gonna prove myself in these trials. I should do it fair and square.
Hi, my friend. Marcio, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. How you doing, my dude? Wonder, do you have a VR headset? Yes, I do. I've been doing a lot of Iron Man VR, and I've been wanting to do some Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Say a mic, indeed. After you and for voice, because it doesn't record your voice when you talk. When you have a headset, I would recommend one with a built-in microphone. Otherwise, if you have the funds, I bought myself a microphone. The one I'm currently using is a Blue Yeti, which is really nice. I've used it for quite some time, and I hope to upgrade it to a Blue Yeti Pro soon. Just gotta get a good score, indeed. I have a +3 to intimidation.
No time to do this nicely.
Then you can play Super Hot. It's really cool. I heard good things about Super Hot.
By the sun. Are you Nora? I've never seen one at a hunting grounds before, or at the Hunter's Lodge. How interesting.
What's on the menu? What's the menu today?
What do you do?
The menu today, Marcio.
This is a place to test yourself against a herd of machines in the stamina trials.
Better say, on the menu today, we're hunting some.
Excellent. I like your.
We're hunting some Glinthawks and some tramplers.
Well, you know, it gets lonely in the wilds after a few weeks. Terribly lonely, in fact.
What about your friend over there?
I'm going to get. I'm going to go test it out because I have a built-in mic.
Barely ever opens his mouth, and when he does, nothing interesting comes out.
My recommendation always, Red Death, is play with your settings to make sure that it's good. More about you.
Who are you? Why are you here?
Well, I'm a hunter, of course, and a member of the Hunter's Lodge. But I don't mind being out here.
But I don't.
At least no one complains about my clothes, or my manners, or my personality. Don't let him in. He'll drive people off with his incessant chattering. Or, he stinks of fish again. That sort of thing.
Cool.
I don't stink of fish, do I?
No.
Oh crap, I need my charger. Grab your charger. I have a +5 performance, +5 persuasion, +4 stealth, +4 acrobatics.
That's something.
Use them to your advantage. About the trials.
What are the trials?
The Hunter's Lodge makes sure hunting grounds around the world offer hunters a place to train. The trials here focus on the most important part of hunting, keeping your stamina up. Hunting isn't a sprint, it's a gauntlet.
So all you offer is training?
And a herd of machines.
He does talk very funny.
I'm allowed to award marks. Half sun, full sun, and blazing sun, if you do well.
If I leave, it was because my battery ran out. That's okay, Josh. I completely understand, my dude.
What is the Hunter's Lodge?
A place in Meridian where hunters gather, socialize, and brag a lot. Me, I just love hunting machines. If you win 3 half suns at any of the hunting grounds, you can enter the lodge yourself.
He kind of sounds like Homer, just like, oh, go there. Tiny, add dancing to your performance to earn more gold.
Which trial looks interesting to you? I'll tell you how it's done.
I'm gonna say...
The remains of watchers rest on free rises. Loot all of them before time runs out, and you pass.
Very busy right now, not able to say.
It
Good luck, don't
simple,
die. Appreciate it, Nano.
but
Stay
watch
frosty,
out
my
for
friend.
all the other machines down there.
Repeat trial.
The remains of it sounds simple. I'll start timing once you slide down the rope.
Hi, Classified. Welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. Oh boy. And...
All right, new plan.
Ouch. Not my smartest plan, I'll get to that.
get out of this.
Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Keep pushing yourself, keep pushing yourself. Go. That way you can spend. You heard my VR request, right? Yep, hotspot. You wanted me to play Super Hot. Cool, thanks. I've been working on the thumbnail this whole time. It makes me... I might not be back by the time it makes me, so stay frosty. Will do.
I'll save the shooting for down when we take out.
Stay frosty, my friend. Winter can climb a mountain, but he couldn't even get up a little ledge when I joined. Shush! That's not... No. Dude, I have a lute. That is a guitar. No, a lute is the same. Isn't the same thing. Winter, you never answered my question. Oops, sorry. Let me take a look. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I have enough money and I can do an Irish step dancing. Is there a shop in town that you could buy a flute? Well, you get never asked if there was a shop, but I say, guitar strumming and whacking is better. Yeah, well, but you gotta remember, guitars didn't exist in medieval times or in medieval fantasy. At this point, in my world, the string instruments that exist are lutes and mandolins. And harps. Those are the only stringed instruments. No, that's not true. I have violins exist as well. I'll go find a charger. Sounds good, Josh. But yes, but to answer your question, there might be. You are in a city though, so the chances are high.
You won a blazing sun on your first attempt? Congratulations! In this trial, you must tie down a trampler and shoot off the component under its belly. In this trial, you must tie down a trampler and shoot off the component under its belly. Good choice. Slide down a rope and I'll start timing.
I will check. You can check. But guitars didn't exist. Back then, stringed instruments were harps, mandolins, and lutes. Yes. I will help you take care of that once I am done.
Well, I mean tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow? Yeah, absolutely.
Jesse's gonna sleep on the bottom bunk on Elena's mattress one more night, and then Elena's sleeping on the top bunk one more night with Jesse's mattress.
Okie dokie.
We just need to flip-flop the mattresses for a night. So that Elena's sleeping on hers and Jesse's on hers. Jesse wants to be on the bottom bunk, I guess.
And does Elena want top?
Yeah.
Then that's fine. No, when we play, I will see if there's a shop. Oh, okay, sounds good. into the PS4? Yes. The mics I use are USB pluggable, so the USB pluggable, so basically I can attach them directly to my PS4. But also, yeah, I have a Paladin backup and a Warlock backup. Both good classes.
You didn't pass. Go ahead and try again. In this trial, you must tie down a trampler and shoot off the component under its belly. Good. Now slide down a rope to get started. Go, go, go!
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I mean, it should be fairly simple. Okay, cool. I think I answered that's my last question. Sounds good. All my backup characters are tieflings. LOL. But I say tieflings are an interesting race. One of my DM NPCs that helped the players was a tiefling named Amnon. Processor on a top. Really? Come on! How are you supposed to? Stay put. Honestly, I think I'm better off starting from scratch. Not an easy hit, no it is not. You gotta shoot his back. You gotta shoot a shot of his back too after the belly. Yeah.
You haven't run out of time yet. Okay.
Let's try.
In this trial,
There we go. I can do this.
I would have chosen the same one. Slide down a rope, and I'll start timing.
I can do this. Now that I know how the rope caster works, I can do this. Use the Terror Blast, yes.
good without any.
Got it. But when editing videos, do you use anything outside of PS4 editor? Personally, because I have a computer, I used to use just simple Movie Maker, which was an easy one. But now I use a editing software called Lightworks, which also works really well, and it's the one that was recommended to me by Nano. You gotta hit the blue foil in the back after the belly. Done. I did it. Doesn't matter. I got it done. I got it done in 1 minute.
Congratulations. You can do no better. This blazing sun is yours. Now's your chance to show you can snare Glinthawks. Lure them close to you, then tie them down in time to pass this test. Are you ready? Good. I'll start timing once you choose a rope.
This ought to be fun. Fair to say that I think most of these guys oh, for Pete's sake, Scott! Fuck off! Oh my god! Failed? Come on! And I thought the same thing. You can use editing software called Nano. It's super easy and free. Yeah, but also I don't want to overwork Nano. He's a cool guy who does a lot for me, and I feel a little bad. I don't want to overuse him. The fact that he offers is sweet enough as it is. Restock on potions. Wait, Lightworks? Yes, Lightworks is the name of the editing software. It's the one I started using after Nano recommended it to me. But here, so now what I use is as an editing tool is Nano. No. Nano is an absolutely awesome dude, and I'm very happy that he helps me out.
Okay, I can just cancel that. What do you want to do instead? Now's your chance to show you can snare Glinthawks. I would have chosen the same one. Slide down a rope, and I'll start timing.
on then.
What the hell? What are the tramplers issues? Got it. All silence at one crowd. I got it. Nano is your Lixia. I guess you can say that, yes.
Perfection.
Nailed it.
Only this blazing sun will suffice. You have 3 half-suns. You can go to the Hunter's Lodge in Meridian now. Or you could keep me company. Choice.
I should leave for now.
Till the next hunt.
God, fricka frack, man. Whew. God, fricka frack, man. Success is mine, though. Grab a drink. Or you can keep me company, your choice. Want to talk to you? I say, if you guys want to talk D&D, I'll gladly talk with you guys. But of course, I won't give anything away. But I will gladly answer any questions of stuff that I've already talked about. Wonder, when I say your secret stash of tentacles hentai, I was just surprised, but now I look at you the same after watching Taya old lady ashes around your body and doing a Bolivian rain dance. Look, Mosca Dog, I was in college, you know, people do crazy things in college. It's a long story. But I am ready to do find out what's up with this hunting lodge. Cat face. Tell us. No! I won't talk about it. You can't make me, Marcio. No!
We're letting the Oseram decide what to do.
I can speak Orc, Common and Orc. Nice. As the Dungeon Master, I speak all languages.
Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives. Come, let's talk it over.
There's a mission. Inside the hunting lodge.
The savior of the Sun King. You would have the marks. Very well then. Congratulations, and welcome.
It's not tentacle
Our
hentai, it's
members
just photos
reap
of me,
rewards and
Ah.
adventure
Oh,
and live
meow.
on in legend.
No, shush. I thought that
Am
was
I a member now?
a little secret man.
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor one hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
Yes. Edict?
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Aha, the conversation in winter streams get really fucking weird. Dude, Moscow Dog, you gotta understand, when I had like 30 people in chat, one of the conversations we had was my crotch. So, yes, it's an understatement to say the conversations in this chat get weird sometimes. Are you a member?
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I
Hey,
figure
Winter,
I'll
what
be
kind of
able to open
community
my
is
own
your
shop soon
homebrew
enough.
world? Like, what race takes over the most? Most culture is taken over depending on the territory you're in, but the main race is humans. They, in the country you guys are in anyways. In Astaria was founded by humans, and it was originally if you guys wanted to look into the history of it, basically it was a wildlands that was inhabited by various monsters. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a long time ago, Tiny. Your crush? Don't want to talk about it. But humans are the main ones as they founded Astaria. Excuse me. Winter, you don't get this. Aw, I don't get this? What I know I get? You don't get the power I just learned. Aw. Okay. Marks.
What do you want with my
I
marks?
guess you use orcs. I mean, you could.
Hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon.
But
that sets
the
you
thing is,
apart.
the leaders of Astaria have always
Yeah,
been very
I
open
thought that'd
to
get
other
your
races,
attention.
allowing people to set up
If you
settlements.
earn marks in all
the
three
only
trials of each of the
there's
5
only one
hunting
settlement
grounds,
that is.
come to me.
So I can speak
I
Draconic
can give you
and
up to
common
3
tongue.
weapons. 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Fast reload? Yes. Just teach me this. Alright, let's go talk to a sponsor.
Oh, sleep well tonight.
Record of the Red Maw.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
I'll try.
The sacred land.
You can
yes.
passively learn
I
another
fought for
language, but it
everything
is
I
a
got.
lot of work.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But
You
you're a
require
savage,
good intelligence checks.
and no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
What a douche. But yeah, you can passively learn skills, such as other languages, but they take a lot of time. It is something that, as a player, I had to learn. As one of my characters wanted to learn Elvish, it took months.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
I've done that all too.
I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But
can I buy it as
he's
a
a hawk who
dictionary
brought
of
in the
different
trophies
languages?
first.
That would be a very, very expensive
Whichever hawk
purchase, as it
defeats
is
the
not a
greatest
common
machine
thing.
First becomes a Sunhawk.
Most people learn languages passively through people, through other people, but you could technically buy a book that would do that. It's just going to cost a pretty penny. Waiter, you can tear blast off a Thunderjaw's gun. Noted.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
So you have to die for me to become a hawk. Noted.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
Time to get started.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
Batman, a pretty penny. It's 3 Sawtooth trophies, 2 Ravager trophies, and 1 Stalker trophy. That should be no problem. Might as well start with the Ravagers. Sounds pretty penny. About to say, but I am a cheap as hell. Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to certain items that you think, oh, that would be a good idea, it's like sometimes they're more expensive than you would want them to be. Most players end up learning other languages from other players or NPCs through common practice of teaching. Kind of similar to how you would learn in the real world. But books can be found that can help you translate. It's a bit harder to get your hands on them because those are written by scholars. And the scholars are not ones to just give out a book, because the fact is that those books have to be copied and they're all done by hand, because there isn't like a printing machine or something to keep record of them. Give me a base price. For a book, for a dictionary of another language, depending on which language it is, it would differ between something basic, like say you wanted to learn Elvish, that would probably be like maybe 75 gold to 100 gold, to like something ridiculous like trying to learn Celestial, which if you try to learn Celestial, that would probably cost multiple thousand gold, and that's if the person gives up the book. So I'm gonna teach Tiny Draconic so he can seduce dragons. Dragons, possibly? It just depends on the language. But yeah, as far as... You know, because the thing is, there are about, I believe, 8 different languages. And the languages are Common, which is the human tongue, Elven, which is the, or Elven or Sylvan, which is the Elven tongue. That took longer than expected. That's okay, Josh, it happens. There's Dwarvish, which is the language of the dwarves. Dragonic, which is the voice of the dragons, the dragonborns, and the kobolds. There is Abyssal, which is the language of the demons. Oh god, what are they called? So Mora could teach me Draconic, and Stray could teach me a good bit. Indeed. But I say, I'm trying to think and remember, the language of the Mind Flayers is Deep Speech. That's what that's called. That's like Mind Flayers and other creatures of other realms that just have like no official language. That's they speak Deep Speech, which is like a very guttural language. Then there's Celestial, which is the language of the angels and the gods. Infernal, which is the language of the devils and of the tieflings. Believe those are all of the languages, which I think that's 6. There might be another language I'm not thinking of, because Elvish and Sylvan could also be 2 different languages. Yeah, this never said it was going to be easy. I have 2 types already. More can teach me a 3rd. It's true. And like I said, as a dungeon master, I will allow it, but it will take training and a lot of time, and you'd have to dedicate at least 1 hour a day to learning the language. Is a specialty language that's spoken amongst thieves. That's not something you can really learn unless you spend enough time in the underground. Okay, so Stray can teach me Thievescan. That would take a lot of special training to do that. Because Thievescan is not an official language. That's a language spoken amongst thieves. Hey, Winter, can you play VR hands in Roblox? I mean, technically I could. Wow. Yeah, wow indeed, Marcio. Ow.
Oh boy.
Hey, Winter, I play Roblox. I've done a couple videos on the channel for it. And since we will be traveling a lot, I can learn it as well. Exactly. I'm gonna go play a little Nightmares for a bit. Sounds good, Josh. Have yourself a wonderful night, my dude, and stay frosty, my friend. I gotta combat if I want fast travel. Nice try. Abyssal, Infernal, Elvish, Common, and Thieves' Cant. I would need to double check that for you. I know it's kind of old, but I like it. But I say Little Nightmares? Hell, I still haven't played Little Nightmares yet. I want to play it before Little Nightmares 2 comes out. But I say, but I don't want to double check that, Hermaeus, of how you would know 5 languages. Well, technically 4 with Thieves' Cant, and then Thieves' Cant, which Thieves' Cant isn't necessarily a language; it's more of a code. Hey, Winter, what languages does Bimp and the Warforged know? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. Oh, let me take a look at... Well, the Warforged only knows Common and Elvish. He can learn more, but just like all the rest of you guys, he has to learn it. Well, let's see if Abby wrote it down. Well, automatically, because Bimp is a gnome, she knows Common and Elvish. Are they a robot? Yes, all these creatures are robots. Oh, this is the stuff from Knackle. Where's Bimp? Oh, where's Bimp? I still have all my D&D stuff right here. I have all the cards for... Where did Abby set Bimp's information? Where did I set Bimp's information? Here we go. Let's see. Speak. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bimp can also speak to animals. Specifically, small beasts. What languages does Bimp speak? Common and Gnomish.
But she also knows Draconic.
And oh, well, so she also knows Draconic.
And
Read. You could tell me. Thanks, Winter. Not a problem, Marcio. So Elvish, Common, Orc, Draconic.
Halfling.
Halfling. I forgot Halflings have their own language.
Yeah. So she knows Draconic, Halfling, Gnomish, and Common. So in case you guys can't remember what she can speak the language.
Oh boy. Animal speak. I know Giant, by the way. Yep, Giants have their own language.
I thought about that.
A lot of creatures have their own languages. You wouldn't think about it. But yes, Giant is its own language. I think Goliaths also speak Giant. But yes, according to Bimp's information, she can speak to small animals.
Yes, she has a pet rabbit. By the way, did you know female rabbit is known as a doe?
I did not know that.
Neither did I until I just watched like the finest.
Wow, just found a shortcut for all that time wasted on cropping out everything. Sorry, read last two. My backup rogue or not my lizard folk. Makes sense. I can send my character info. If you want to send that to me anyways, I would gladly check it out just so I can see how your character would know 5 languages. A character would have to have pretty high intelligence to know multiple languages. Elvish, Common, Orc, Halfling, Thieves' Cant, Animal Speak, Gnomish, Draconic. Yep. Accurate. I forget that. I always forget Halflings have their own language. It's something I tend to forget about.
Okay.
But you would think I would know that.
I had my cleric learn Gnomish. So.
Oh, so the cleric also knows Gnomish.
Yeah, so that...
So the Warforged knows Common, Gnomish, I assume because it's an elven bot, elvish, so Sylvan.
Yeah.
Which technically there's a difference between Elvish and Sylvan, as Sylvan is kind of like the more, fancy version of Elvish, as it's spoken by the High Elves.
Right, but...
I know Giant, Common, and Elvish. Nice. And again, due to us traveling a lot, my character will have time to traveling. Yes, but he can only... But my rule of thumb, you can only learn one language at a time. It is a lot of hard work to memorize a language, and for your character to know it and memorize it, it would take a lot of work and a lot of time.
But this way, if needed to talk to...
If Knackle and Bib wanted to talk privately.
That they could communicate with.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Don't pass up these goods.
That might be wrong, but...
It's true. Finding this stalker is going to be the problem.
Would you like to buy something today?
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Here's the thing. I have to hunt a creature called a stalker, which a stalker are those lizards that go invisible. If you remember. I encountered them late into the series of playing my main playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. Of course, playing through it in New Game Plus, I encountered one earlier. Stalker is that way.
Well, I was trying to figure out which letter it is
I will try to learn Elvish first since there are more elves, which wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
As you guys should know, in certain areas or certain people will only speak certain languages, and you won't be able to understand them unless somebody can speak it. I mean, like, say for example, you ran into a tribe of Goliaths. You're not going to expect them to speak Common.
No,
they speak Giant. I mean, there are quite a few. There's quite a few of them that would learn Common to do trade with humans.
Right.
It's okay. Don't kick.
Off we go, Iron Horse. Iron Horse 3.0. I lost him on a mountain somewhere.
Oh. On my show again.
That does not. That shocks me not. Got the trophy. Go, 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 go! Gotta run, gotta run, gotta run, gotta run, 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 run. What do kobolds speak? Bitch? No, kobolds don't speak bitch. Kobolds speak draconics. But kobolds are also very evil.
For later.
They speak bitch. No. You're the only one who speaks orc. But orcs also are naturally aggressive. Not necessarily evil. The orcs and...
They can be hard to communicate with.
There's a lot of races that would be considered evil, but I just kind of say that they're... they just are naturally aggressive and their culture typically goes against other races. I believe my warlock speaks, which would make sense because your warlock probably made a deal with an extraterrestrial being to gain his powers. As warlocks don't necessarily get their powers from demons; they get them from anybody that will loan them power. Sir. Yes, I believe we just restocked this. Restocked today as well. I didn't think about picking any up because I was, you know, I knew we were.
I know. I was just.
I love how my players are talking about how they're planning to seduce all the creatures that they meet.
Well, unfortunately, that's not gonna work for Bimp. So.
Yeah, for Bimp, not so much. But I'm talking. They're not trying to seduce Bimp because they know it's not gonna work.
Bimp's also lawful neutral, so that's definitely not gonna work.
Can I use the charm spell on the enemy that I speak languages? Yes.
Yes.
You can cast a charm spell on enemies. However, they have a chance to save against that, and depending on the effects of the charm spell, and the fact that you may have to hold concentration to do so, will determine how well it affects. In D&D, anything can happen, but just because anything can happen doesn't mean it won't turn on you. No, that's my plan. I sent you a link to in your DM Winter to my character sheet. Noted. Now I just gotta find sawtooths, and that will finish this mission. Which is probably where I'm gonna leave it tonight after I finish this mission. I just have to gather 3 sawtooth trophies. So in other words, I have to hunt 3 sawtooth.
Right on.
That wasn't a sawtooth. That was a scrapper. I don't want to seduce Bimp. I protect Bimp, and Bimp will protect you. I would say that would be I would say that would be Bimp's kind of character. She protects because she's a wizard and she needs to be protected. She's a wizard, so she's fleshy. She can die.
Then she's 3 feet tall.
How many hit points does Bimp have?
She now has 16.
She has 16?
She has 16 now. She has 8.
Well, she had 8 at level 1, and now at level 2 she has 16.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait a minute. At level 1 she wouldn't have 16. She'd have 8.
She has...
I played a wizard.
Yeah, she had
Wizards are cool. They're fun to play with, but like it's easy to get confused with spellcasting. But they are fucking ridiculous once you get to a certain level. Basically, at the first, in the first 10 levels of between all the players, being a fighting class is always the best between level 1 and 10. But once you get to like above level 10, that's when the wizards go from being like the fleshy creatures on the sidelines to being the gods.
I should let you know, with her being a gnome, she does have intelligence, wisdom, and charisma against magic. So she has kind of against.
Noted.
So you know. I did put it right here. Against magic.
Advantage against saving throw. Advantage with saving throws against magic.
Yep.
So probably like charm spells and paralysis and all that stuff.
Yep.
Anything that's magic induced.
Yep.
I know how to override a sawtooth. If I can get in close.
Yeah, she speaks Draconic.
Full power. I have the same HP as our fighter, and I'm a bard. Yeah, but the bard also rolled a natural 1 on his freaking, because he gambled with his health. And me and Biff need to go to a shopping spree. I need enough food, and I need to buy her a new healing kit. I mean, she still has 8 more uses on her healing kit, but it would not hurt to have a backup. I speak from experience. Having extra healing kits is just so ridiculously good to have.
Yeah, by the way.
I rolled a 1 on my health because my health increased. Shut up. Yep, I can see that. And now the fact that Knackle's coming with you guys, that will also help you guys tremendously, as he has cantrip.
You guys won't have to carry me. Or carry me.
Yep. Basically, just picture Bimp as spiritual Abby, as she is just being a part of the party and not being part of the party at the same time. Motherfucker. Ow! Get out of here! Motherfucker. But absolutely, about to say. With Knackle, it should help you guys as well, but having an extra healing kit never hurts because Knackle can die. Any character can die. Let just that be known. From the highest level creature to the lowest level creature, everything can die. The gods themselves can die. So it's like, be careful what you wish for. And there's just a few things that I will never use, and one of those main things is something that Devin incorporated in campaign 4, which was the deck of many things, which is another thing that I will never, ever, ever put in my campaigns. As I learned the hard way what happens when you play with the deck of many things. It could come out amazing, and you can do amazing things, but it could also be really bad, like what happened to Jamal. I protect. I say I also gambled with my health. It was a add 5 and add the Constitution. I rolled a 5 and added my Constitution. Exactly. I rolled a natural 1. Shut up. Also, I have Cure Wounds, which is good. Cure Wounds is a really good spell.
So does my cleric.
The cleric also knows Cure Wounds. He also knows Spare the Dying, which will save your sorry asses. And that was the exact words of the first cleric I ever played with. Like, word for word, his exact words was to make sure that my sorry asses don't die. What is Cure Wounds? Cure Wounds is essentially, picture like a healing spell in a video game. Cure Wounds is when you put your hands on somebody and white light forms around your hands and it heals up the wounds. If I remember correctly, at level 1, that's 1d8 plus Constitution modifier. I believe all the spells are right there.
I kept them already here.
There's multiple different kinds of healing spells. Cure Wounds happens to be the most powerful, aside from like an AoE healing effect.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Because I also have
I think I killed all the sawtooths in this area.
1 day
We get 1d8 and then
plus your spellcasting.
oh, plus spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
Wait, Cure Wounds, and then like as you level up, the die 8 increases depending on what level slot you put it in. So like what the hell elf healer did in the Fighting a Festival? Exactly, except she was like a level 16 cleric, so she can just heal your sorry asses like that. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's 1 day plus your spellcasting.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, depending on what level you
has no effect on undead or construct, so
Knackle
it won't
can't
work on Knackle.
Yeah, Knackle is a construct, a warforged. He was never meant for combat.
It won't work on him. Like,
Knackle can't be healed by conventional means. He's a robot.
he can use shield faith.
Knackle would have to be fixed by somebody who knows arcane, and if they had like like a blacksmith, as long as the wizard was there to tell him what to do. What's up? Depends on the spellcaster, but for wizard stuff, it's in arcane, it's intelligence. I'm gonna sleep or at least try to. I love D&D right now. Night. Glad you love D&D. D&D is awesome. Counter, charm, and vicious mockery are great. Yes, they are. I have +1 arcane. Nice. Yeah, basically to heal Knackle, it would be you would need to know. Why not use them? Counter charm and vicious mockery. About to say you can use them if they're a part of your class. Vicious mockery, it basically does the equivalent of a dagger's damage, and then plus your opponent has disadvantage on their next attack roll. I've met plenty of bard that would use vicious mockery. Friends is a charm spell that you can cast on people. It would give you advantage on skill rolls for approximately 1 minute. Oh boy.
They're skating for me.
Run! So it's like damage spell, exactly. And the funny thing is, you don't necessarily have to be a bard or a wizard to use Vicious Mockery. It just depends on what spell domain you are. Because I believe Vicious Mockery is a... oh boy. I always forget which class Vicious Mockery would be under. If you want to look it up for me, that would be awesome. Again, I could go from bard to white mage. You could! And here's a fun fact for you guys, which is something you should know, but something something that you don't necessarily want to do for your first time playing, but if you care to try to learn it down the road, I wouldn't be against it. You can multi-class. So you can be in multiple classes at once, but again, for first time playing, I don't recommend it because it is something that's complicated to learn, but it is something you can use. Meh, I think Bard is better as a charming support character rather than a healer. Exactly. But Bards also make good healers. I can empower, heal, and charm. Exactly. Bards are really good support classes. But they can also be very dangerous in the right hands. Yeah. Oh, it's a cantrip. What kind of cantrip is it? I'm trying to remember what class of... What... I can kill, and kill. Exactly. But yeah, I never recommend multi-classing for your first experience playing D&D. It is something that's complicated to learn. I've multi-classed before, but only once. And that's because I combined being a rogue and being a fighter. Because I wanted my I wanted my sneak attack damage to do more. And it made me a lot better in like actual combat. So like if I ever went to actual combat, I had like I could put on chainmail and compete and fight.
It's an enchantment cantrip.
Oh, it's an enchantment cantrip. So certain classes could probably learn it, other than Bard. But it would probably be a select few. I'd love to be healer. Same, Marcio. I've been a cleric at least in 3 campaigns. My friend Travis is getting his first experience being a cleric in a campaign that he's running with his friends. By healer, I mean someone who can focus on healing rather than support class provides buffs and heals to allies.
No? The wizard can't learn either.
Yeah, I'm talking like blood hunters can learn Vicious Mockery. But a blood hunter is also a class created by Matt Mercer himself.
Yeah, according to the book, only bards can learn that spell.
According to the book, anyways.
I've looked under every other class.
I thought I told you.
I'm here to present trophies to the Sunhawk of the Lodge. 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker for good measure.
In Lineage 2 Revolution, I am a cardinal.
Talana helped you with this.
I brought these down myself. Will you accept them?
Fine, yes. I accept them. But tell Talana she should stop playing with sludge if she wants to get Redmaw.
Woo! Alright, let's go talk to Talana real quick.
Knew it was only a matter of time before an Oseram had to kill the sun.
When I gave him my trophies, Ussie said you should be spending more time finding Redmaw than helping me.
That bunghead isn't wrong. But there isn't time to find Redmaw right now. You're gonna help with something else.
Oh? And what might that be?
Meet me outside.
Alright, following her. Find out what the next mission is before turning this off.
Wind up thinking about my cousins in Sunfall.
You wanna help? Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Ilsati.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glinthawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few
Blood Hunter,
shards.
what's that? You started as a bishop and after class transfer becoming a cardinal. Nice, Marcia.
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt.
Blood Hunters are people who were literally born to hunt, and they have typically special weapons that
In the past, I would have gone with
activate
Takas to
by
handle
your
this.
blood.
And what say you
And they
and I
give
take it on?
these special
I'll
blades.
meet you at Lone Light.
What about Red Maw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Basically, a blood hunter is somebody who carries enchanted weapons that activate by your blood, because you're born of a lineage that allows your blood to activate special effects of weapons. And essentially, the only encounter I've ever seen with a blood hunter was Critical Role Season 2. Taliesin Joff's character Malimach is a blood hunter, and basically he carries dual scimitars that he slides the blade on his body, and activates the blade, which one of them, if I remember correctly, goes to... The blade's special effect changes depending on the enemy he's fighting. Like, for example, when he went up against Undead, it did holy damage, so radiant damage. Going up against certain other enemies, it's done ice damage, chill damage, fire damage. It really just depends on the situation. I always encourage people to take a look at and see some of the homebrew classes and everything that people create. And because they can be just as fun as the classes that are given by D&D, as a lot of these are supported by Wizards of the Coast. But again, stuff we could talk about on another time. For now, my dudes, I am going to end this stream here. I've been streaming for roughly 3.5 hours.
Something like that.
But I hope you guys enjoyed some more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm having a hell of a lot of fun, especially now that I'm taking my time and actually like exploring all the rest of the areas that I didn't when I was doing the series, because that would take forever. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be tuning. You guys can tune in tomorrow as we are going to be playing some Paladins. Aw, I know, guys, I know. But don't worry, I'll be back again tomorrow, and I will be starting at 7 p.m. 7 or 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Love your feces and faces. Stay frosty. Holy feces, dude! Watch me do a kickflip. I love the game. Thank you, Marcio. This is my second favorite game of all time. And now that I know how to use the rope caster, which makes the game that much more fun, because now I can actually like hunt them down singly. That means I can actually probably hunt down some of those creatures. Ooh. Ooh. The game just got more interesting. But for now, my dudes, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you guys are staying healthy. And most importantly, my dudes, I hope you all stay frosty. Oh, CST, Central Standard Time. It's the time zone that I'm in. So, like, for example, people on the East Coast are an hour ahead of me. So, like, for example, it's 1:20 in the morning for me. For someone like Tiny, it's 2:20 in the morning. And then for people like Nano, who lives on the west coast of the United States, he's an hour behind me, so it's only 12:20 for him. Time to pester Bimp to teach me Elven. Bye, my dude. Stay frosty, my guys. Hope you have a good night.